Alrighty guys, it is time for part 2 of my quarantine journal. If you guys have not seen part 1, I do recommend you watch that part first. I'll leave the link in the description below. But like I mentioned at the end of my part 1, I do apologize that this took a lot longer than expected to go up. I shot so much footage like I mentioned in part 1 for the ending that I tried to condense it down as much as I possibly could for just a single video, but it was way too long. So once again, I do apologize. But anyways, it's time for part 2 where I go into the making of year 5 of the Next Generation Film Awards. I still cannot believe that it's over. I also go into the protesting that's been going on for Black Lives Matter and also a couple of other things. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed part 2. I don't want to take up too much of your time. So anyways, hope y'all enjoy. In a shocking turn of events today, I woke up early. Usually I'm up 12:30, maybe 1:30 or even 2:30 for that matter. 10:45 for me, which never happens. I was gonna try and go back to bed, but I was like, you know what? No. I mean, unless if it really catches up, I'll maybe take like an hour nap. But otherwise, it feels good to wake up early. I know I have to finish writing my review for Final Fantasy VII Remake. To which that should be out, I want to say Thursday or Friday. Time management, I'm just gonna shoot the shit. I say time management as I'm gonna shoot the shit. I ended up going back to sleep. I'm telling you guys, it caught up with me quick. I actually might watch Return of the Jedi though later tonight because I've been watching the Star Wars movies every night, so I might as well just finish off the trilogy with Return of the Jedi. Might as well. Something I wanted to point out was that on my Skywalker Saga ranking video, I don't have a lot of dislikes. Only 3 dislikes. I thought there'd be so much more given how I put Last Jedi in my top because I know people hate that movie. I know Star Wars fans, for the most part, hate Last Jedi. And I talked to my buddy Lewis about it. I was uploading it, and he said, well, I agree with you on Empire, but Last Jedi, I respect your opinion. I'm really happy how that video came out. Yeah. That's the good stuff. I kind of have to rewatch Return of the Jedi now. And man, it's still so good. And holy crap, I forgot how good the creature design is in this. Choke on it! Choke on it! So in a couple of minutes, Microsoft will be showing the first games, well not really the first games, but games optimized for running on Xbox Series X. And I know Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to be shown, but I'm curious to see how games will look on this thing, because the Series X, if you've seen the specs, is going to be an absolute beast. And I haven't bought an Xbox console since the 360. I thought about buying an Xbox One X, maybe if the price goes down during June. Just want to play the Gears games again, but I'm honestly really curious. So, and yes, I'm up early just to watch this damn thing. Microsoft, let's see what you got for this one. Alright, so the stream ended showing the Xbox Series X first look at gameplay. To be fair, there were a couple of things that actually showed gameplay, like the first one, I think it was called Bright, something that I thought was Cyberpunk, but I was totally wrong. What I never understand, or what I never seem to understand, is when a company says that they're showing gameplay, and for the most part, they don't show gameplay. I mean, it's back to bed, but I'm gonna make a video about this because this is really irritating to me. I recorded my VO for my review of Final Fantasy VII Remake. The review should be up tonight, and now I wanted to record my thoughts on the presentation that Microsoft did for the Series X gameplay first look for games that are optimized for it. I just have a lot of thoughts on the presentation in general. I mean, the games look cool while I played them, but there's really a whole lot of gameplay, minus a couple of select few. Time to record. See you guys in a little bit. I am currently editing my review for Final Fantasy VII Remake. By the way, if you can hear that in the background, that's just the TV. I know a lot of people have played and beaten it, but I still don't want any spoilers in this review, so just trying to find the right things so that I don't give away anything. But so far, I've got about 4.5 minutes in, so I just have to fill in 5 more minutes, which should be easy. But the review is going pretty good so far. After all this, just gotta find the background music, and it'll be uploaded hopefully the next hour and a half, I hope. Yeah, somewhere around there. So I just finished editing a video that I did. I filmed it yesterday on my first impressions on the Xbox Series X gameplay, to which that was fine, but it could have been better if you ask me. And my mother told me, just get outside and just get some fresh air for a couple minutes. That can only feel as good. I mean, you guys should see the view I'm looking at right now. You know, let me turn the camera around to show you guys. Yeah, this is where my mother lives. And I don't live here all the time. I know you guys must be thinking, are you freaking kidding me, dude? Just seeing the view here, I'm just thinking, God, I'm honestly lucky. I'm lucky that my parents haven't kicked my ass out to be on my own. But yeah, definitely nice to hit break after so many hours of video editing. Holy crap. I want to talk to you guys about something. Last night, I pretty much had a sleepless night. I did everything I could to go to bed. I usually go to bed around like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I tried to at like 3:30, and no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't do it. I ended up going to bed at ended up falling asleep at 7 o'clock, and the entire time, I was just sitting there in my bed, just trying to go around find, the right position so I could fall asleep. The reason why I couldn't fall asleep was because I just had thoughts racing in my head, and they were all negative, which never happens. I mean, I didn't really have any thoughts telling me, like, suicidal thoughts. I never had those thoughts ever in my head. Today was one of those rare fuck everyone days. Last night was one of those rare, like, once the blue moon nights, not when the blunts. You guys get what I mean. My mind goes full negative. And for those of you who know me in person, know that I'm a very optimistic guy. I'm very positive, and it's very rare when I go negative. I mean, 99.99% of the time, I'm positive and optimistic. Last night was that 1%, that 0.1%, where my mind just went full into darkness. And again, it wasn't like suicidal or anything like that. It wasn't. But it was just not good thoughts. But I overcame it, as I usually do. Which I know everyone else that has depression can't do the same thing, unfortunately, because depression is real. And by the way, for any of you who are suffering and need someone to talk to, there is always someone out there, whether I guarantee it's a close friend. There's even hotlines out there of people that would be more than happy to help you guys out. Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that, because I couldn't sleep last night at all until 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I had sleep afterwards, and I talked to my buddies Gary and Drum about it, and I said, I'm okay now, because I actually did something that I love doing, that's making a video. I made a video for Flick Direct today. Otherwise, it was just not a good start today. But as soon as I started getting the train rolling on a couple of things, I was like, okay, my mind's getting better now, and my mind's fully better now. While it may not be a beautiful day outside, in fact, it's quite a shitty one out there, but still, I woke up today in a far better mood. I mean, I went to bed in a better mood last night anyways, but I just edited the Sunday show for Flick Direct, which should be actually done rendering right now. I'm gonna watch the final edit, put it up on YouTube, although I have to schedule it for upload at 6. But after that, I'm going to leave my editing computer here, take my laptop and my PS4 with me back to my mother's place, where I'm going to be spending the day with my mom for Mother's Day. I just want to spend some quality time with my mother today. I love her to death. And for all of you mothers out there, I know this is going to be uploading after Mother's Day, way afterwards, but I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, to all the mothers out there. You guys are beloved. You guys are all Wonder Woman out there. I love you all. I just want to also Happy Mother's Day to my buddy Sarah's mother. You are amazing. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope you all have an amazing day. It is nearly 5:15, and I'm just lying in bed right now. We're gonna play some Breath of the Wild before I call the night tonight. And also, I beat The Last of Us for my second playthrough tonight. I probably might play it again for a third time before part 2 comes out, because the game is just that damn good. It's really weird, because when I first played it, I said, yeah, there's really no replay value. There's definitely some replay value in this. I mean, there's a new game plus from what I saw, so there's definitely a benefactor from that. And I also played the Left Behind DLC, which was really, really good. and it gets me excited for part 2, even though a lot of people are boycotting Naughty Dog. Just wanted to say, Breath of the Wild time, and then bed. So yeah, this is what my hair looks like, and what I just look like in general, when my hair isn't styled or gelled. I need to get a fucking haircut. I swear, the moment that this thing ends and everything is just opened up, I'm gonna get a haircut, but just, I know that every haircut place and every salon is gonna be packed to the brim. I mean, apparently my next door neighbor cut my dad's hair, so I might ask her so you can cut mine, but we'll see. But still, when it's that looks even worse. I need to get a fucking haircut when this thing lifts. So I finished Capone about 10-20 minutes ago, and that was a fascinating and weird movie. It's fascinating to watch how the story is put together and the filmmaking behind it, and Tom Hardy really just goes all in with his performance. I mean, it's all in, to say the least. I will definitely have a review coming off of this one, because I have to get my thoughts on this one. So, I don't know about you guys, but I've been listening to the Doom Eternal soundtrack on a constant basis, but I am thoroughly convinced that when it comes to the Doom Eternal soundtrack, it's one of the greatest soundtracks ever made. Back to editing my review of Capone. I should hopefully have that before 11 o'clock if I don't drag ass while editing, but we'll see. My review for Capone is up, and I just want to play games for the rest of the night. I mean, I may edit a segment intro or two for Year 5 of Next Gen, but otherwise, I just want to play some games, and there are a couple of games that I haven't beaten, but really, I want to play? I just want to kill some fucking demons. So I'm watching the Unreal Engine 5 tech demo in 4K, and holy fucking shit, this looks amazing. I mean, god damn, and the sound as well, because Mark Cerny said, well, I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing his name wrong, the lead architect of the PS5 said that they're doing 3D spatial audio, so it sounds more like you're actually in the game. And every sound is coming through crystal fucking clear. It's absolutely amazing seeing how the shadow reflects. And by the way, ray tracing isn't even on in the Unreal Engine 5 demo, which is mind-boggling, but nah. How the light reflects off certain colors, making them seem more brighter and more vivid, God. And I just realized we're only scratching the surface of what things can do with Unreal Engine 5. And this is just a tech demo again. God, I want to see what the PS5 looks like in action. I really do. Playing some Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I just came across the Zora domain. This looks like something out of Star Wars. Like, it looks absolutely amazing. Like, imagine Star Wars mixed with Lord of the Rings, and this is what you got. The fact that I've had this game for about almost 2 years now, and I'm just getting into it now, I should just kick myself in the balls. God, I love this game. Now, time to kick some demon ass. Hey!
That's your bedtime. You want to be a good kid? Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching Halloween for the Twitter Halloween viewing party. I gotta say, that kid is hilarious. Oh God, that kid. I want to see him in more stuff. God damn, I love this track so much. Honest to God, my favorite track of the entire movie. Goosebumps every time. I seriously love it. I'm getting emotional on a vlog. I mean, on an entry. But I absolutely love when something comes together exactly the way that your head envisions it. Or the way you envision in your head, whatever. Oh man, I can't wait for everybody to see this. And by the way, I just want to say, Mick Gordon, I emailed the composer for Doom Eternal. I said, hey, can I use your tracks for this? And he said, do it. So Mick, thank you so much. Really. I mean, I feel like that we also had a good ending nonetheless, but if we're going to end off this show that Mothman and I created together, you gotta use fucking Doom music. Mick fucking Gordon. Anyways, bedtime. Good afternoon, everybody, and it looks like a crappy day outside. So, you know those nights when you somehow are able to go to bed a tad bit earlier than you think you are? And yes, my apologies for my unkept appearance. You know those times when you can actually, when you're able to go to bed much earlier than you expected, wake up early, only for yourself to just be like, I'm gonna go back to bed. That's how I was earlier. I am just gonna spend my day making intros for year 5 because I really need to get that stuff done. But other than that, intros and also make myself some chai tea and wake myself the fuck up. So I was gonna go out and get myself some Chick-fil-A, but I guess that's not the case. Fuck you, rainy weather. Fuck you! Holy shit, big news today. So, Zack Snyder did a watch party of Man of Steel on Vero, to which Man of Steel, I love Man of Steel. I find that to be one of the most underrated films of the last decade. But apparently he confirmed during his watch party that there is a Snyder cut for Justice League coming to HBO next year. Now, I like Justice League. I found it to be a bumpy yet fun ride, and I would actually like to see Zack Snyder's cut. I really would. From the movie I got, I enjoyed what I saw, but there's so much more that I feel like that could have been done with that movie. But yeah, I want to see that. Yeah. Oh my god, guys, I'm not joking. I just got in the best mood possible. So on Twitter, Edgar Wright was doing a watch party for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, to which unfortunately I couldn't make the watch party, but just to let you all know, if you didn't know this already, Scott Pilgrim is one of my favorite movies of all time. And Edgar Wright announced that there would be a Dolby Cinema re-release, which you know I'm going to be there. But then he announced that there's going to be a 4K release coming. And as soon as I saw that, I texted my boss saying, dude, I need this immediately. Just imagining seeing it in a Dolby theater, that's gonna blow my fucking mind. Well, in a surprising turn of events, I have actually woken up before noon. And I'm staying up. Like, I'm not tired. Well, I know I'm gonna be tired later in the day, but as you all know, I've mentioned this before to you guys plenty of times throughout this whole journal thing. During this quarantine, or during this whole lockdown, which by the way, apparently in my state of Florida, it was lifted in April. I didn't even know that. My sleeping schedule got messed up to the point where I was sleeping in past 2. Like, I've been staying up until 5 or 6. I mean, last night I went to bed far earlier than that, thank God. But I need to change up my sleeping schedule once again because it looks like my workplace, which I won't tell you guys what it is, but we're reopening on June 4th, so I have to start going to bed earlier again, making alarms so that I don't be sleeping in past 12. But yeah, it feels good to be up before noon, even though it's not noon at the time of this recording. It's literally like 12:30. 2 good things happened today. One thing, I got to see my boss today, my boss from Flick Direct, to which it was really nice to see him again, to talk to him again for a little bit, even if it was for just half an hour. But, you know, just to get out of the house. And I got 2 pickups today. First of them is one of my favorite shows in recent memory, and that is HBO's Watchmen. Seriously, this show was fucking incredible. If you guys have not seen the show, I highly recommend it. From what I know, they're keeping it as it's season 1 and good, because I don't see how they can continue any further than this. But seriously, watch this movie, or movie. And the other thing I picked up today was 1917 in 4K, one of my favorite films of last year. I have it on streaming on Vudu, but nothing beats the disc quality. I mean, it looks good on streaming, but you won't be able to get the 4 quality of 4K unless if you're watching it on a disc. I cannot wait to rewatch this. I mean, this movie is amazing. If you guys haven't seen 1917, what are you doing? Good day today, even though it is cursing rain. Cursing rain, what the fuck? Uncut Gems is on Netflix in 4K HDR. If you guys haven't seen this movie, do yourself a favor, watch it. Though, just a reminder and a warning, this will give you anxiety for 2 hours. But it's worth it! The fact that Adam Sandler was not nominated for an Oscar for this movie, just, Academy, you done fucked it up. Alrighty guys, it is time. It's time to film the final year of the Next Gen Film Awards. I can't believe the day has come when it's time to wrap it all up. Anyways, let's do this thing. So, I just wrapped on the last Next Gen Film Awards, the last one that Mothman and I ever going to do. And that was harder to get through than I expected. I mean, there was a lot of messed up takes, but I feel good about this one. Getting through the ending was harder than I expected. I tried really hard not to get emotional, and I did my best to not, but really, I'm holding back tears right now. I can't wait for you guys to see this thing when it comes out. I'm proud of this show. I'm proud of everyone who came a part of it. I can't wait for you guys to see this. It's gonna kick ass, you have my word. Honest to God, this is one of my favorite scenes in a comic book movie ever. And that shot, the previous one, I didn't see Joaquin Phoenix. I saw the Joker, and this score is one of my favorite compositions, one of my favorite scores in a comic book movie too. It made me think of this score as an extension of the Joker's psyche. God, what an amazing flick. So last night, I had a bit of a scare. I was attempting to leave my mother's place after I had dinner. Yep, hair's crazy right now. And my car would not start up. So there was no clicking sounds, although the AC came on, the radio came on, the power came onto my car, but the engine would not start up. And I spent like, what, 15 minutes last night. Obviously you can tell it started up fine. But I just thought, okay, if it didn't start up, I'm gonna have to call this tow guy to take it to my mechanic. Thankfully though, it started up. As you can tell, my car is moving. Though the only bad news is that I tried to call my mechanic to attempt to bring it in today to see, hey, if there's anything wrong with the battery, the starter, or the alternator. Nothing, so I had to leave a message. So the good news is that my car started up. Bad news is no mechanic today. So I'm praying to God I can take it in sometime this week. But otherwise, God, what a fucking pandemic, seriously. Guys, the 2020 Next Gen Film Awards are officially done. The editing has been finished, completed, and the whole entire thing runs at just over an hour and 48 minutes. It came out perfect. It really did. Part 1 goes live, technically what is today. It goes live tomorrow at 8 p.m. live, and then part 2, which is the finale of my video, will be live at 9, about 10 minutes afterwards. I can't wait for you guys to see this. Sorry. So Next Gen Year 5 went live tonight, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was really fucking nervous, because when you're ending something that you started with one of your best buddies 5 years ago, there's this pressure, you know. If we don't end this thing with the biggest bang possible, then I feel this thing is for nothing. But luckily, not only did John and I absolutely nail it, but we just ended it with the biggest bang possible. And everyone in the chat loved the show. I can't tell you guys how happy I am that you all loved it. Seriously, really, sincerely, guys, thank you all so much for watching the show for as long as it's been going on. That's just something that I'll be proud of for my YouTube career. It's the end of part of my YouTube career, but once again, the show doesn't stop, really. Somebody else will make an award show, like the reviewers, like the Next Gen Film Awards, and I guarantee they'll continue on with another generation of YouTube reviewers. Thank you so much for watching this whole thing. It made John and I really proud, and we're happy as hell that we ended it the way that we did. Hell yeah. So, a couple of things. First of which being that one of my best friends is coming to pick me up in about an hour or so, to which she gracefully said, hey, I will pick you up if you cannot drive your car. My car is drivable, but as I mentioned a couple of days ago to you guys, I was having startup issues, and my biggest fear, knowing that she lives like 25 miles away from me, which isn't a bad drive. I mean, it's terrible when it has bad traffic, but my biggest fear is that, you know, if my car starts up, let's say if I go down there with my car and it doesn't start up when I try to leave, that's my biggest fear, because I can't have my car doing that. So still waiting for my mechanic to call back, so I'm just waiting for her. So in the meantime, I'm gonna attempt to start up my car. Please, start up, please. This is gonna be really hard to talk about, but I have to get my thoughts off my chest here. Because for the past 10 to 15 minutes, I've been on Twitter seeing videos of what started out to be peaceful protesting of people who were going out to protest the death, a horrid death of a man that wasn't resisting arrest. He was pinned to the ground, handcuffed, and this officer, to make it even worse, had his knee on his fucking neck, suffocating him. The guy, this man named George Floyd, who was pinned to the ground, wasn't resisting arrest. All he wanted the officer to do was just to stop and take his knee off his neck. That's it. But because this officer didn't listen, it resulted in the death of this man. But when he was arrested, this man was given a bail. He was given the option to pay this much money and hey, he could walk away. But I truly think that we need to continue just being peaceful. I really do think that. Even though I know a lot of people are saying that violence is the only way to go, it's not. Even when you're provoked, being violent, I feel like, just makes us worse. I just want to say this is absolutely horrid. And by the way, if you cannot protest, just make your voice be heard. Sign petitions. Just do something rather than do nothing. Make your voice be heard. Stand up to injustice. You guys rarely get to see me up this early. It is 11 o'clock. I am exhausted, but my dad had me get up early. Probably because I've been staying up too late, to which I need to fix my sleeping schedule. I have to stop staying up until 5, but also because he wanted me to get up early because I have to get a haircut. But anyways, I do need a haircut. I was originally going to go get it from my buddy who does it in Boynton. But then my dad was like, no, just get it done by our neighbor. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So yeah, about to go over to my neighbor's place next door and get this damn thing cut. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Holy crap, it feels so weird seeing myself with short hair. Seriously, guys, it's been, I don't know how many months since I got a haircut. Maybe since, I want to say, December? Maybe January? Yeah, I want to say either of those 2 months, but anyways, it's been way too long, and it feels good to see short hair again. My neighbor cut my hair, and she did a phenomenal job. I told her, hey, thank you so much, and we actually got my car working again for the time being. Unfortunately, my mechanic isn't in town right now, but I got an appointment to go in the moment after I get out of work on Friday. And yes, I'm going back into work. So some good things happening. And it looks like that the police officers that were an accomplice to the person who murdered George Floyd are now being arrested. About fucking time that happened. Before I go back to work, I should probably get back to Death Stranding though, if I'm being honest. But yeah, good day today. I finally got Resident Evil 3 Remake. I mean, as you all know, I loved Resident Evil 2 Remake. I loved that game so much that not only did I give it a 10 out of 10, but it was also my top 10 favorite video games of the past decade. I thought that game was absolutely brilliant. It was just a gem that I think it's going to age brilliantly. And I had been hearing mixed reactions on Resident Evil 3 Remake. I mean, there's a couple of people I follow that say that should have just been a DLC for Resident Evil 2. Others were saying that's just a really good time. And others saying it was just a huge disappointment. So we're gonna have to see. Though what I can definitely say right now is that the voice acting is good. I actually follow someone that voice acted Jill. I think her name is Nicole Lee Tompkins, to which, by the way, she is awesome. Go follow her on Instagram. And the graphics are absolutely amazing. Anyways, Resident Evil 3 time. Let's go. Well, I beat Resident Evil 3 Remake, and that went by faster, and I mean much faster than I was expecting. And to give you guys my quick thoughts, I will say this: I lean more towards the positive on this game. However, I can't deny that I'm a tad disappointed by it. It starts out so good. I mean, it starts out intense and scary and suspenseful, and I feel like it just lost steam near the end. And it's way too short. Disappointed, but at the same time, I did have a good time with it. But would I get it at full price? No, I'd wait till it goes down $20, maybe $30. Holy shit. So I just realized something, well, really two things. The first thing being that tomorrow morning is my first day back at work since this whole quarantine thing. And just to let you all know, the last day I worked before this whole thing started was the Sunday before Doom Eternal came out. And Doom Eternal came out, I want to say on the 19th of March. Something like that. I think this was the last day I worked. And just to let you all know, the time I'm supposed to go back in is at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And right now it's 12:37. I'm literally supposed to be at work in 9 hours. Well, just a little under 9 hours. It's absolutely insane. And the final thing is that as I'm walking into work, I'm going to record one more of these entries. And that'll be the final entry. I can't believe I've been recording these since April. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and literally, well, technically it is tomorrow morning. So I'll see you guys in about, depending on what time I go to bed. So I'll see you guys in about 5 or 6 hours. Alrighty, well, the day has finally come where I go back to work. It's been about 2.5 months, somewhere around there. But it feels weird, man. I mean, I'm excited to see my coworkers and my managers, and we have a new manager who I met a couple months ago who's really, really cool. But it'll be cool seeing my coworkers again. Seeing everybody, though it's gonna be weird seeing everybody in a face mask. And afterwards, I take my car to my mechanic to get fixed. So, yeah, all good things happening today. So, let's rock. Alrighty, guys, and that is my quarantine journal, my month in quarantine, a month with COVID or something, whatever I'm going to call this thing. I just want to say, first of all, thank you all so much to those who watched the video. I didn't want to make this thing too long. I didn't want to make this an hour long, even though I shot so much footage. Seriously, going through all this through my editing computer, I just thought, oh my god, what am I going to keep, what am I going to delete? Because there was a lot of stuff, I'm not going to lie, that I recorded. I thought I was going to do a review of Hercules. That didn't end up happening after watching the movie, even though it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I wanted to show you guys, anyways, a peek of my life, of what I do when I don't do YouTube videos. Whether I'm playing video games, watching movies, listening to music, or just doing whatever, going on driving. Guys, thank you so much once again for watching. I really, really appreciate this. Was a lot of fun to do. Stay safe out there, because I know the coronavirus is still out there. I love you guys so much, you have no idea. And until my review of Resident Evil 3, or whichever review comes after that one, I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe and rock on, guys. Love you all.